Southam's regional manager, and that includes managing the schools programs along with development centres and the girls programs that we run here at Argyle.
Awesome. So it keeps you very busy.
Yeah. So within my area, we have 20 full-time staff. 6 of those are apprentices, and then 14 full-time staff that are contracted to either 30 or 40 hours. We work across 60 primary schools within the Southampton and Plymouth area, where we offer after-school clubs, we offer PE provisions, we do maths interventions, reading interventions, racism workshops, so a wide range of activities.
Sounds fantastic. And what we'd like to know at the Maths Centre today is we're doing a project called Numeracy in Sport, and we're looking at the ways that people use math skills within their role. So we'd love to hear how you use your math skills day to day in your role.
Yeah, so there's a variety of ways that I use it personally. So one of the biggest ways that I use it day in, day out is through budgets. So I measure the income that comes in through the programs that I just spoke about, but also I have to outline the outgoings, so stuff like staff wages, facility hire, costing of the kit and equipment that we actually use, and then also I have to cost out the contracts that we sign into the schools. So how much are they going to pay for it to make sure that it's profitable and we're not making a loss by offering provisions. So that's the main ways where I use it. But also in regards to staff ratios. So before COVID, some of our clubs used to have 30, 40 children that attend. Obviously at the moment we're not able to do that, but we need to make sure that legally we have the right staff ratios for the amount of children that we're engaging in the programs. So the FA guidelines is 1 to 18 that we're allowed, but we actually stuck to a 1 to 16 guideline. So we made sure that, let's say we had 34 children, we'd have to have 3 full-time staff or 3 staff members there to deliver the club. So that is the main way, but also through SLAs. So we sign SLAs with schools. An SLA is a contract that keeps us working with the school for a period of time. It tends to be through school year. So for example, if they sign up for a whole school year, we offer them discounted offers to make sure it's more worth their while, but also ours as well. So, for example, some schools will just do an after-school club, but sometimes we offer additional provisions such as PE where they can get it slightly discounted and get more for the money. So we're there for the whole afternoon rather than just 1 hour after school. So yeah, that's a big way that we use it. But also through our roles and through our programs, we get funding through the Premier League and through the Football League, and they give us a pot of money which we have to justify where we spend. So again, through costings of staff, through the offers that we're offering into schools, through resources that we buy for the programs, through banners, all of the stuff that we basically get money for, we have to justify because we're a charity.
Yeah.
We have to use that money to re-embed back into our programs to make them better for the future. As part of our programs, the funders normally set us KPIs. So KPIs are targets. So for example, we may have to work with so many children across the year. So we obviously have to divide those down into in-house targets, which I will place across to our full-time staff to make sure that we're reaching our targets and then we're not falling behind, so that we can justify, again, the funding that's coming in. And then, of course, expenditure. So the expenditure of hiring in maybe companies to do training in-house. Again, that could be a way that we justify our funding pots.
And if you think back to when you were at school or college, was maths something that you enjoyed, and was it something that you thought you'd use so much within your role? Obviously, you must be reporting and making spreadsheets and things all the time with what you've just said, and the finance that's involved. So yeah.
So being totally honest, when I was at school, maths I actually enjoyed more than English, so it was a subject that I preferred out of the two. Would I say that it was something I looked forward to day in, day out? Probably not. But I was naturally better with maths than I was with English. Being brutally honest, when I was doing my maths lessons in schools, some of the stuff that you learn about, you think, I'm never going to use that. But actually, when you come into jobs such as mine or other work placements, you do actually use it without even thinking about it. So stuff such as ratios in schools, you do naturally, but you don't necessarily think it's to do with maths, but it is. So yeah, day in, day out, you use maths within our roles, which you wouldn't necessarily think you would do at a football club or at a sports provider. But yeah, it's definitely a vital skill to use across careers.
Definitely, I think that's what we've through this programme as well, at looking at sort of numeracy in different careers. It's when you're really enjoying your role and it's something that you're really interested in, you don't even realise then that you're using those math skills that you've built up along the way. And I think it's really fantastic to hear, you know, how much you do use that.
Yeah, definitely. So you spoke about Excel sheets. So that's something I didn't highlight on what I do. So for every programme, I have Excel sheets to highlight the incomes and the outgoings, like I said, in terms of the amount of children attending. So we obviously have to make sure that we have people paying for our provisions. So we work out how much money's coming and how much that works out in regards to how many children are paid and how many are left to pay. So
yeah,
stuff like chasing up payments, that maths is something that you use without even thinking about.
Thank you very much, Stu. That was really interesting, and we're looking forward to working with you further. So our students will be having some sessions with Argyle Community Trust coming up in the future, and thank you very much.
Our pleasure, thank you.